Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Another video for you guys. Let's talk about consistency. Thank you guys so much for coming back to my channel. I don't even know what day number of quarantine this is, but it is what it is, and we might as well put out some content. So I have another guest here for you guys. Same guest, Tomi, Chinky Tink. Her socials and everything will be down below. And today we're just really gonna have a real chat. The times are real. Life has been real for us, especially because we are we're supposed to graduate in May. We don't even know if we're having a graduation. But I just really wanted to talk about dating and our perspective on it and what we're currently going through and how social media plays a part, our friends, how that plays a part, and even the prospects that we do get. And stuff like that. So without further ado, we're just gonna get started. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe down below. Let me know if you guys like these kind of videos, because I did ask you guys on my Instagram at Miss_Ola. I'll put that on the screen as well. So you guys tell me the kind of videos that you guys want, so I can keep remaining consistent and you guys continue to watch the content. So without further ado, let's get started.
I guess I could start with talking about what dating has looked like for me. So I am a Christian woman.
We are
Christian women, and so I do feel like that tends to play a bit of difficulty on the dating scene, just because there's certain expectations that come with dating nowadays. So some people look at, okay, if I'm gonna date you, I need to get something out of it. There's some people look at it like that. Of course, not everyone, but with that mindset, and the fact that I have that mindset that, yeah, you're taking me out on a date, don't expect anything out of it. It kind of messes with, I guess, it causes difficulty, I'll say, in that area for me.
Yeah, I can agree with that a lot. That's funny that you say us, Christian women, right?
Yeah.
I even find that with Christian guys who try to pursue Christian women, they expect something out of it. Yeah. And I feel like that's where it comes with the ingenuine spirit, honestly speaking. They just play this facade at times. Not all of them, but a good amount of them play with this facade that you owe them something, that you owe them a text back, that you owe them to pick up their phone call or whatever, because they fit into the category of a Christian man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I've seen that a lot, especially because I feel like I'm one person that puts my faith out there all the time. Guys can't just approach me any type of way and think it's gonna be cool. You know what I'm saying? And I'm human as well. I get irritated at times. I just don't want to talk to guys sometimes. I really don't. So I don't know.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
I think that's so true. There's a difference. I feel like there's a difference between persistent and just being too much.
Yeah, annoying.
Really annoying. And I think sometimes people don't get that. I think a lot of women, I'm not gonna say all women, appreciate a persistent man. A man who is gonna fight for what he wants. You know what I'm saying? But then it gets to a point where it's it's a lot.
Yeah.
I need to back up.
Yes.
Kind of thing. I think it also comes from some people just being kind of possessive. I think there's a lot of possession that comes with it sometimes, and it's they feel entitled to your time.
Yes.
And it's no, you gotta work for that.
Yes.
Obviously, I'm not gonna be disrespectful to you and not respond or whatever have you, but do understand that. Do understand, if I'm interested in you and I'm not responding at the moment, it's because I'm doing things
or going through some things,
or going through
honestly.
stuff. It's my world doesn't just start to revolve around you when you come into it. I got other things going on.
Thank you.
So that's something that I feel like I've dealt with.
Yeah, for sure. Sis, what do you think about though? People sliding in your DMs with that. In terms of that mentality. I don't know how I feel about DMs per se. I'm not gonna lie to you, because it's usually doesn't go anywhere. What I've experienced.
Yeah.
And I feel like people are all talk behind the text, behind the keyboard.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Pastor Stephen, our pastor, was basically when people slide in your DMs and stuff, it's solely based on attraction. Physical attraction. And at times that kind of throws me off a little bit, because I'm a little thick. like people get this this interpretation of me as being like, I don't know, that type of girl, and I'm not.
Yeah.
So that can be frustrating to me, and then to the point where I don't answer DMs. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I keep seeing the requests. I don't answer them. Like, it's just annoying to me. So it's like, how do you know when to take somebody serious in this climate that we are in of our stupid generation? Like, how to date, like dating older men if you do. Like, I don't know.
I think for me, it's all about first impression. Because like DMs is not an ideal way to meet, in my opinion, but I do understand for some people it's like the only time I come across you is through your page, your Instagram, whatever social media you handle. So that's how I'm gonna, try to talk to you because I don't know you outside of it. But it's like, how are you coming at me? If I respond, I'm giving you an opportunity to kind of say something of substance or something worth something. So like that's the chance that you should say something worth something. Like, don't come at me just because you see me. Take some time to look at my page. Yeah, see what I'm about. Sometimes watch my stories, see what I do. Yeah. That in that way, if I see that when you come into conversation with me, it's like you're trying to have a legit conversation that relates to me, then it's like, okay, maybe I should take this person a little more seriously than I would.
I like that. I really, really like that. And I feel like I just recently started getting that too. Like, people told me that they watch my YouTube, like people that are trying to talk to me, let me say, that they watch my YouTube videos. And I don't know, when I hear that, it's just like, oh my God. It's just like somebody saying that they watched your poetry videos. Like, whoa,
wow.
Like you taking a, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're investing in what I do, what I like, and that in itself, like, is amazing to me. Or just like my page is very aesthetically pleasing, I guess. So people are like, wow, you really like know how to put things together, or like that kind of stuff shows me like it's more than just a physical attraction. It's like, oh wow, this girl seems real intellectual when she talks. Right. She's in school, they can tell from my page, and I travel a lot. Like they focus on things that you're doing on your page, or even the people who are in your circle, whatever, like your friends you post, like they're focusing on them. Then they go on your friend's page and they want to see what your friend's about. You know what I'm saying? Like they're trying to understand
the person,
and I like that, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like people don't grasp that though.
I feel like a lot of people don't do that, and that's why the whole idea of sliding into DMs has this really negative thing about it, or this bad name, because it's just like people do it often. You see, it's like, I see your page, and I see that you look good, so I'm trying to give it that but we don't give it that
we don't
That's where all that difficulty comes into play. So I definitely think, if you put in the effort, your effort will be noticed. I feel like. So it's like, are you willing to do that or not? That's really just what it comes down to.
Yeah, for sure. Effort is really important. Effort and the chase as well. Your effort cannot be seen at times. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't, how would I know that you're attracted to me, or how would I know that you want to get to know me if you don't put any chase into it? You know what I'm saying? Your efforts can be your efforts, but if I don't see your efforts, they're not efforts. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Like, I feel like a lot of the time guys are, and I went through this last year as well. Like, guys can be very subliminal as well. Like they want you, but they don't want no one else to have you as well. And it's like, but we're not working towards anything.
Yeah.
So what do you want from me? Basically, like me personally, Omoniola, I don't know about Elizabeth. I cut off things very quick, especially relationships that are not. This includes friendships as well, especially relationships that are not going anywhere. I did one thing one time, dumbest thing of my life. I spent 4 months talking to someone that it went nowhere. 4 months waste of my life, but I learned a lot. That's one thing I would take away from that. I learned a lot, and I realized how strong of a woman I am, and how I don't tolerate no rubbish, and how I'm not going to just sit around and make believe a relationship in my head that's not there, and then you're trying to pull me away from other guys that are trying to talk to me. That would never again happen in my life. You know what I'm saying? So it was in that I learned that you are worth more.
Absolutely.
He or she needs to respect your time and respect you enough to let you know what it is. You know what I'm saying? And ladies, don't be scared to ask. I know guys hate that question, but that's because they want to waste your time usually when you ask that question. So make sure you go and you ask, like, okay, are we dating? Dating is different. I feel like you can date multiple people.
I feel like that's when it gets difficult for me.
I know. Okay, so
So for me, I feel like you can talk to multiple people at the same time. I think it's possible to date multiple people, but I don't like to classify it as such. If I'm dating someone, I prefer to just be dating that one person.
Same thing.
But if I'm talking to someone, I can talk to multiple people, which I will definitely make known to the people that I'm talking to. I mean, personally, I don't like talking to many people anyways, but if I happen to do that, it would be something that I would allow the other people to know about. So I feel like talking is multiple. Dating for me is like, we're dating each other exclusively, but we're not necessarily together just yet.
Okay.
That's fine. I can date you exclusively because we're still getting to know each other.
Okay.
And then it can move into the, okay, I want to be your boyfriend or court you, whatever have you. I don't know. It's a lot of different terms out there, honestly.
So many different terms. Okay, so I have something to ask with that. So does that mean, okay, so why I say dating is because you go on dates.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like, do you talk, the people you talking to, do you go on dates with them?
Okay, so see, yeah. So that's where, okay. I see how that could be like, what? So yeah, when you're talking, you can go on dates, which is why people say dating.
Yes.
Which I get that.
Yes.
But for me, when I think of dating, I think of someone I'm constantly spending my time with.
Okay.
Often. When you're talking to someone, yes, you can do that. But for me, when I'm talking to someone, it's not deep yet. Because I can't get emotionally involved with multiple people. For me, that to me is dangerous. And I'd rather be at the phase of I'm getting to know you instead of getting emotionally involved. So when I say I'm talking to you, I'm still getting to know you. Yeah. For now, I'm avoiding putting my emotions into it. Sure. When I'm dating you, I'm ready to put my emotions into it.
For sure.
So that's why for me, it's like talking multiple, dating one, then, you know, we keep going down the line type stuff.
I get that. Okay, so I actually agree with that, Tomi. Okay, so I'm just going to divert it a little bit different. So our friend, Esther, sent me a Bible plan. I don't know if she sent it to you too, the dating one. I'm going to send it to you, Dating in Black and White. And it was a devotional for 5 days, and it opened my eyes tremendously. And the first thing, well, I think it was day 3, it told me to write my list of my deal breakers. And when I thought about it, I was like, wow, I have a list of what I want in a man. But those can change a little bit because, like, let's say, for instance, I have my list 6'2". But if he's 6'3", am I going to cry? If he's 6'1", am I going to cry? No, you know what I'm saying? So things like that are amendable. But there's certain things that we need as deal breakers. So my question is, what are some of your deal breakers? And I'll say mine after you say yours.
I gotta think about that. Okay. Not knowing God is a deal breaker for me.
Number 1.
You have to love God more than you love me. So if you don't have God in your life, we can be friends. We can get to know each other as friends. But as far as it moving anywhere else,
friends. That's it.
It can't work. So yeah, God number 1. Not having goals in life is a deal breaker for me. Like, I'm not expecting you to be rich, drop dead rich before you come talk to me. Absolutely not. Everyone has a different phases in life. But if you're never working towards something, we can't work. If that makes sense. Because the way I see it is, if I'm going to be in a relationship with someone, I want to build for something, build into something. And if you're in your life, you don't work towards something, you're not a builder.
Yeah,
I can't be with someone who's not a builder because our relationship will never be you'll never have that mindset of building our relationship because that's just not what you have.
Yep. They wouldn't be okay with complacency.
Just being where we at. I said, where we at? Where we at, babe? Just where we at is where we at. No. It's not giving that. Never. I'll say another deal breaker for me is sex. I don't believe in sex before marriage. We don't believe in sex before marriage. And that's been a lot of deal breakers for other people. Like that's why certain people would not be willing to date or talk to me. Just because that's something that it just will not change. It absolutely will not. So if that's something someone can't get off or stop asking me about, it's not gonna work.
Or even pressuring. You know, like some people say they're okay.
Some people say, "Oh no, we're good."
No,
then why are you rubbing my thigh?
Touching me?
Why is your hand so close to? Stop that.
Come on.
So,
those are good 3. What else you got?
I'm trying to think. Maybe I'll let you go. See.
Okay, bounce off me. Tomi said all of mine. That's crazy, but it's not that crazy because we're friends for a reason. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the God thing is the most important thing to me, honestly, and I've found myself sometimes questioning if I'm okay with somebody being just okay with God, and I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not just, because God is so important to me. And everything that I've been through, everything we've been through, everything that we've seen, even in this current crisis, like, God is really important to me. So I cannot, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when I'm weak spiritually, I need my husband, my man, to be there interceding on prayer for me. It can't be me, the woman that's always praying for us and honey, I got it. It's so tiring. You know what I'm saying? Like, and thank God I have the women I have around me that I know who are praying for me, and I am praying for them as well. But it's like, the covering of a husband is different than the covering of a friend. So I definitely made that one of my my deal breakers, and just sitting down and analyzing how important that was to me just kind of made me a little bit emotional, just because I know that I will not shift in that belief that, oh, I can settle with a husband that's just like goes to church. It's deeper than that for me. Another deal breaker would be somebody that wants kids, because I cannot marry somebody that does not want to multiply what God has called us to do. I can't be in a relationship with somebody that doesn't want children and doesn't want to recreate, you know, on this planet. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's really important to me. And I can love you from a distance, but we cannot call each other husband and wife. We can't get married. Another one is someone who is not like abusive, verbally, mentally.
We can't do that.
None of that. And ladies and men, you see signs when you're dating, and that's something that's been brought up. Like, the anger, that spirit, stay far away from me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When someone shows you who they are, believe it.
Yeah,
and that song has stuck with me because there's so many times we try to place on people what we want them to look like, and the expectations we had. We put it on them like, okay, I know he's better, I know she's better, and things like that. And it's not wrong to want people to be a better version of themselves, but you have to allow yourself to accept who they're giving you, what they're showing you, because at the end of the day, it's like, later on down the line, it's like, dang, why didn't I see it? But half the time, most of the time, they showed you who they were, and you just didn't want to accept it.
That's really good. And that goes into what Pastor Stephen Frederick, I'm going to send you the video, I don't know if I sent it to you. Pastor Stephen Frederick talked about, do not date potential. Like, potential is a date. Like, I was just having this conversation the other day with my friend, and we were just going back and forth about what we think about potential, and if we would date based on potential. And I said no, because potential is a dangerous place to be. You know, it's just like, he can do better. I know he'll get there one day. When you don't see him striving to do anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, that the place of potential is also complacency, in a sense. Just like, I know I can build him into the man I want him to be. First of all, that's selfish, because you're not God. You can't tell somebody how they're supposed to be. And if that person doesn't want to change, they're not going to change. You know, so dating potential goes into what Tomi was just saying in general. Like, that's who they're showing you who they are. They don't want to work to be any better. And you are coming, being the best of the bread, you know, cream of the crop. You know who God has called you to be, and then you're coming trying to uplift this person, but all that person is doing is, you're up here, the person down here, the person is pulling you down. And you think you're going to be doing elevation, you're not. You're not, you know? Comes to that, I just feel like it's something you really have to consider and pray about. I'm 22 now, so I'm hitting age where I should be dating properly, right? I don't care about the attention. I care about, is this a relationship of substance? What do we talk about? How many times do you call me beautiful? In the sense that, is that all you say? No, you're so beautiful.
Okay.
There's more to me. If we're something else, or if we're having a conversation and you ask me, how's my day? And I tell you, and you literally dismiss it. You run over it like, oh, this is how my day. Why don't we expand and then get to your day? Like, why don't we dive into the emotional part about it. And I feel like this is one thing our generation neglects. Everybody's just in the now. Yeah. I'm never in the now. I'm in the what are we building to. Yeah. Even if it's a friendship, I don't mind. I like platonic friendships. I have guy friends, many guy friends. We got there for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, not everybody I'm going to date. And that's okay. Yeah. And I think people need to understand that's okay.
Understanding, like, it's also another indicator is, like, you find yourself noticing details about them, but they're not quite noticing details about you. Right. That's when you know you're too invested, and they're not quite investing much at all. Good. And that's something that I had to deal with someone that I once had relations with. We just gonna leave that in. But I had to realize, you know, I know things. I know your favorite color. I know the things you like to do. I know what you want for your future. When I pose those questions back to you,
what you don't know anything.
You're not coming up with much.
That's good.
So that also helps with figuring out: am I investing myself into someone who's investing themselves into me? Is it worth it? That's how you weigh. Is it worth it? Even just those like Instagram relationships, like, yeah, they look good. I'm happy for those who are happy. But do understand that pictures don't tell everything.
Story, they do not.
Videos do not tell everything.
They do not.
There are those couples, don't get me wrong, that are happy, that are great, and that's beautiful. But there are also those couples who are fighting all the time. And what you see is the happy moments. You don't quite see what's behind it. And that's why I think it's so important to be careful saying goals, I want that. Because you don't even know what that is. And you're proclaiming that over your life, that this is what I want for me. This is what I want. You don't know what you're asking for, baby, because you can't see it. So how do you feel? Would you put your relationship on Instagram and things like that?
Oh, that's a good question. Okay, so let me tell you the honest truth. I used to be the one to be like, no one's gonna know who I'm dating until the day before my wedding.
Oh my God.
I'm dead serious. I used to say that a lot. But then, I won't lie, sociology kind of intrigued me a bit. In the sense that she posted her man, and what she said really got to me. She's like, I feel like the world, we're so scared of what the world is looking at, or scared of them being like, oh wow, she's in a relationship now, or like to the point where we don't even want to post anymore. And then there's a contrary side to the point where we are scared to post, to just because of the fear of what other people have to say about us and our relationship. So now I feel like it depends on where we are at in our relationship. I'm not gonna post you off no 6 months, Joan. Like, that's too short for me. But I think I will post my man now. Like, I don't want it to be for affirmations from other people though. I want it to be like, he's part of my story. You know, like my page. He's part of my story. My page is my story in a sense. It's not all of me. I feel like people think they know me because they follow me on Instagram, but it is a part of my story. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, definitely.
What about you?
I had to think about it, because I know some people say, yeah, I'm not posting my man because some of these girls out here be thirsty. They be ready. They be like piranhas in the water, like ready to attack, all that. And I don't know. I feel like that in itself is an issue, because if you don't trust your man, then maybe that shouldn't be your man. Maybe that's a conversation y'all should have, because I feel like, so I had to realize, if that's my reason, that's not good enough for me. Personally, because that's not a good reason to me. So for me, I had to realize, I'm gonna show him. Another reason people are afraid of showing their man is because, what if we break up?
Yes.
And everybody will know, because it's like, you lose pictures, you stop posting, it's like, they're not together no more.
Yeah.
People be in your business. Yeah. So that's another, like, wait on that kind of thing.
But even that's a part of life.
That's so true. Like,
that's a part of life.
I guess I had to come to the conclusion that I feel like I would post who I'm dating after a little bit of time.
Like how long? Give us a time.
Wow, that's a hard question. I don't know. After a couple of months, I feel like, because at the end of the day, the main people that need to know who he is
exactly
will know who he is. Because my friends, they're not seeing him a couple of months into it. They're seeing him from jump.
Yep.
So those are the people who would tell me, okay, Tomi, I don't think this guy is good, or I think this guy is good. I'm praying for you about this guy. All that's gonna happen before the social media stuff.
Facts.
But I think it's a conversation that we would both have and decide. But I feel like after a couple months, I would be comfortable showing him. Just because for me, it's not gonna be this boyfriend, then the next one, then the next one, then the next one.
Yeah,
next
heck
then
no.
the next one. Because I think that's where it's also like, dang, girl, you just like
jump
stacking
in.
on.
I follow one girl like that. Jesus,
it's like you just dropped one.
Yeah, like girl, another one.
I think that's what that. But I don't feel like I would have that fear if we're together, and then we're not.
That's okay. It's okay.
But it's not giving 50 guys that y'all gonna see I done dated on my. Nah, it's not giving that. So I feel like that fear is not really a thing for me.
And I think it's also because we've never been in serious relationships before.
That
That after our first, well, we hope that the first real one will be the last one, right? Yeah. But God forbid, if it does happen, even to you guys, like, it'll be a learning experience if we did post, and then we know the next person we not posting until we engage. Period.
Put the ring on my finger.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I agree with you with that. I do. I feel like that's a vibe as well. Like, and I feel like more people should think like that, and people should just mind their damn business. But that's the story for another day. We're not gonna go too much into that. But we've given people scenarios, advice. What last things do you want to say in closing? Any advice you have for girls and guys? Anything you want them to know in terms of growing into a relationship? God, whatever it is, just say it now so we can close.
I guess I'll round up my thoughts on dating, and just everything. I think dating is good. It's good to date. It's fun. But you have to know who you are going into dating before you start. Because I think that's so important, because it's very easy to find that guy that you really like or that girl that you really like, and things that you weren't feeling like you would compromise on, you start to compromise on. So you need to have a solid foundation before going in. So that, to me, means a solid relationship with Christ.
I love that.
And you need to know what you will take and what you will not before you step into it. When you step into it, don't forget yourself or lose yourself in those people. I think that's so important, and just understanding that dating is not easy. I feel like it's with this climate that we in and how people have changed, how things are supposed to look. It's not easy. It's
how
difficult.
Things are supposed to look.
Yeah, but you have to be willing to get up and get back out there, kind of thing.
I love that.
And just really believe in God that that person for you is coming.
Yeah, I love that. That was well said, Tomi. And I'll just wrap it up with use wisdom. The Bible literally says use wisdom, and it says that God gives wisdom freely. And we are both in that stage of our life right now where it is the age that we are doing these things, and we're just having fun, being wise though, but having fun and being honest with one another. And it's good to have good friends around you in the season of dating, so you can have people who can use wisdom for you when sometimes you lack. And that's one thing I'm learning a lot as well. When I'm being overly nice, and I don't give every guy my number, you know what I'm saying? Like, but when I do, and then I get like, oh my gosh, like, I just want to be left alone type of thing. Like, you have friends around you who are just like, okay, Omoniola, you do not owe that guy a text message back. Omoniola, you do not owe that person a phone call back. You don't owe anybody anything, you know what I'm saying? So just do what's best for you, and just use wisdom. Be kind though. You can be kind and still like distance yourself sometimes from situations where you shouldn't be in, or you don't want to be in as well. Like, you don't need to feel uncomfortable. That shouldn't be a thing about dating. You shouldn't feel uncomfortable in the sense like protection, all that stuff. Uncomfortable in terms of like, getting out of your comfort zone. That's fine, because we're supposed to grow. But when it's like you feel like not yourself, run. Get out of it. And know that it's a progression thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not gonna get married overnight. Develop, learn how to decipher the person, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you have mentors around you who are married, or who are in that stage of their life, so, because we're still young, we're only 22, but make sure you have people around you who know about things like that, so you can get wisdom from them as well, and good counsel, the Bible says as well. Because we're meant to have fun, you guys. Make sure you have fun. Just be safe. Don't be doing nothing crazy. You know what I'm saying? And then I just pray we all get there one day. We all fall in love with the love of our lives, you know what I'm saying? And then we can come back with our husbands behind us.
Hey, check her
This is Day, that's her bae, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's a thing I desire, and I know it's a thing Tomi desires as well, just to be happy in our marriages. And we've been through things as well. Yeah. We've seen things as well growing up, so we know what we desire from men, and it's important to have those. And I would say also write down your list. Write down the list, and write down the things you're not going to compromise on as well. Your deal breakers. Write them down. So that's all we have for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I know you guys requested something like this, so I hope you guys liked it, enjoyed it. And my co-host today, Tomi, we like having conversations. We have these kind of conversations by ourselves. Like, we don't even need to be in front of the camera to make it flow. So thank you so much for coming on, and we look forward to having you on more videos. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe down below, and stay tuned for another video Miss Ola has for you. Bye guys.
Bye.